Hello and welcome to the PPC Bumper Edition 1, in which we will discuss the shifts and movements of PPC on the past papers questions, and these questions mostly belong to the 6-mark analysis part. So without any further ado, let's dive straight in. So the first question is, analyze using a production possibility curve diagram the effect of damaging weather on an economy. The thing which we have to first see is what is the impact on the factor of production and what effect is being talked about. What effect will that have on the economy and then on the diagram. So let's say that we have a PPC. Currently an economy has a PPC of PPC1 which produces X amount of capital goods and X dash amount of consumer goods. We'll use this example to move forward. I'm assuming that the damaging weather is mostly affecting the fertile land, which is going to erode the soil and reduce the quantity and quality of land, which will decrease the production capacity of an economy. And this will cause the PPC to shift inwards. So the PPC will move from PPC1 to 2, and the quantity of consumer goods will shift from X dash to Y dash, and capital goods will shift from X to Y. The second question is, analyze using a production possibility curve diagram the effects of high unemployment in a country. So the factor of production being affected is labor, and the effect is that the labor is underutilized and unemployed. The impact on the economy is that the economy is producing less than its capacity because its labor is unemployed. The impact would be that the economy would move from point A to A dash, which show towards the origin, which will show that it is wasting its resources rather than utilizing them. The third question is, analyze using a production possibility curve diagram how the discovery of new oil reserves would affect an economy. Now this very simply means that oil has been discovered, which means that land is being talked about in this question, and the quantity of land is increasing. The quantity of oil reserves is increasing, which means that the production capacity of the economy would increase, and the PPC will shift outwards. The capital goods will increase from X to Y, and consumer goods will increase from X dash to Y dash. The economy now has a new production possibility curve at PPC2. Analyze using the production possibility curve diagram how an increase in labor productivity will affect an economy. The factor of production being talked about is labor, which means that as its productivity increases, the quality of labor will increase, which means that the labor can now produce more. So the economy is now able to produce more. The capacity would increase, which means that the PPC will shift outward. The economy will now enjoy a new PPC of PPC2. It will enjoy a greater number of consumer goods and a greater number of capital goods. Analyze using a production possibility curve diagram what effect net immigration is likely to have on an economy. Please note, we are talking about net immigration, which means that the number of people entering a country is more than the number of people leaving a country. This means that the labor of an economy is increasing. More people are entering an economy, which means the quantity is increasing, which means that the production capacity of that economy is increasing. Now the economy can produce more since it has more labor. The PPC will shift outwards and the economy will enjoy a new PPC at PPC2. It will enjoy more consumer goods and more capital goods. Please note the difference between net immigration with an E and net immigration with an I is a very minute one. When we talk about the first case, net immigration, which means more people leaving, that means that the labor will reduce in an economy. And when you talk about the second case, which is net immigration with an I, it means more people are entering in an economy. I hope that you don't confuse this and mess this up in the paper. The next question says, using a production possibility curve diagram, analyze the effect of a decrease in unemployment on an economy's output. So we have already been given a hint that the economy is currently experiencing unemployment, was currently experiencing unemployment, which means that it is going to produce below its production capacity since it is not utilizing all of its labor. Hence, it is at a point A. When unemployment decreases, it means that labor is being more utilized, which means that the impact on economy means that it is producing more closer to the capacity. Since we are utilizing our resources better, the economy will now move closer to the production possibility curve, PPC1. It is going to move from A to A dash, which means now it is going to enjoy a higher quantity of consumer and capital goods. Using a production possibility curve diagram, analyze the effect of the destruction of some of its resources on an economy. So I am assuming that the resources being destroyed are land. It could be because of an earthquake, typhoon, or natural disaster. Some of the natural resources are lost forever, which means that the quantity has decreased, which means now the economy which was producing at PPC1 is now not able to produce that much. The production capacity decreases. The PPC of the economy will shift from PPC1 to PPC2. It is going to produce lesser number of consumer and capital goods.